Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time watching. Hi, I'm so happy to have you join in. Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so just yet, and let's get right into today's video. My client is back for a fresh set of acrylic nails, and I do love working on a fresh set. So she sent me this picture for our inspiration today. It's a classic white French tip set with a little bit of a croc print nail art design twist. So let's go ahead and get our girl right. Starting with clean bare nails, I did sanitize my client's hands with my 99% alcohol. I'm taking my cuticle pusher. This one is by Melody Susie, and I'm using the rounded edge to push back that eponychium and expose that nail plate, while also gently starting to remove the excess cuticle off of her nail plate. Next, with my tapered barrel medium cuticle bit by kiarasky, I'm going to use this to go around the cuticle area and sidewalls, just continuing to gently push back that eponychium and expose as much of that nail plate as possible. And I do have my e-file set at 3000 RPMs to do this step. Now removing all of that dead excess cuticle, because my client has not had her nails done in a minute, so she had a lot of cuticle buildup. I'm taking my time to ensure that I get all of that overgrown cuticle off of her nail plate, because this is definitely going to affect the retention of my acrylic. If I leave it there, or if I leave any there, then the nails will not last as long as I like them to. So making sure that I go ahead and remove all of that overgrown cuticle so that I have a nice clean surface. That way my acrylic retention could be 3 weeks to a month, even more. I do recommend that my clients come for an infill once a month, so every 3 weeks we schedule them in for a nail appointment. With my kiarasky mandrel bit and a medium grit sanding band, I'm going to set my e-file to 4000 RPMs, and I'm going to use this to remove the shine off of the natural nail plate. I am not putting any pressure on my e-file because it is rotating at 4000 RPMs or 4000 rotations per minute. So I'm not going to be putting any added pressure on my client's nail plate. I am literally just removing that surface shine off of the nail plate.
Always right. Broken heart better than FBI. I had your back, but you just proved me wrong. You proved me wrong. You proved it. Then everything unfolded, yeah. It happened in a moment. You broke it.
So I went ahead and applied my nail tips. These are the kiarasky non-see-curve nail tips in the square shape as well as the clear color. And I dehydrated, I primed, and I trimmed them down to the line that my client wanted. And I'm so pissed at myself right now because it's so early in 2025 and I'm doing the same ish. Like, what is wrong with me? I forgot to press record when I was doing all of that. So we're just going right in with the acrylic application. For my acrylic application, I am using the Tones Coverland acrylic powder. They have become one of my favorite brands of acrylic cover powders to work with. This is in the shade Beige Babe. I'm also using my kiarasky acrylic monomer and my kiarasky size 10 acrylic brush. They also just released a really cute pink 𝗱𝗫, and I'll show you guys a clip of it in the corner somewhere of the video so you guys can see what it looks like. It is spill proof, as well as it does absorb the smell of monomer once it is covered. When it comes to laying my acrylic, I do prefer the 2 to 3 bead method depending on the length of my extension. So for this length, I'm starting with a medium-sized bead right where the natural nail and the nail tip meet. I'm going to blend out the back of the bead that is sitting on her natural nails, and then I'm going to continue to work that bead as far to the free edge of the nail tip as possible, using my brush to wipe alongside the sidewalls of the extension, as well as remove any excess acrylic that would be pulled towards the free edge of the nail tip. Next, I'm taking another medium-sized bead and I'm going to place it close to the cuticle, using the tip of my brush to work it up towards the cuticle area, tilting her finger downward so that way no product runs into the cuticle area or her sidewalls. And then once I realize that the acrylic is starting to set, I'm going to pull the excess acrylic to blend it into the previous bead that I laid. That second bead is now nice and flush to the cuticle area. I do have a nice apex, and then the tip of the nail is not too thick. I do like to use the patting motion when it comes to laying down my acrylic and not swipe. If you swipe too soon, then you're just going to remove all the product off of the extension and you're not going to have that nice structured free edge. I do focus a lot on maintaining that nail shape once I'm laying my acrylic and making sure that my application is as smooth as possible, because this is going to help to eliminate the amount of finish filing I will have to do. I prefer to just take my time, lay my acrylic as neatly as possible, using my brush to seal in the cuticle area as well. So when it comes to finish filing, I don't have to spend a lot of time filing away that acrylic. That is also wasting product if it is you do your nails too thick and you have to do a lot of filing to get it into that nice shape. I don't like my nails too thick, but I don't want them too thin so that way they break easily either.
Make me come through, it's really too good to be true. Got me feeling high. Want a taste of you, taking me back to your place, a table for two. I know that you want me in position. You like what I'm giving. I'm the type to go all or nothing. Reaching my give you.
So we're jumping straight into design. I did file, shape, and buff off camera. I didn't record that for you guys today. If you want to see how I do that, definitely check one of these videos right here. It goes in depth as to how I would file and reshape the nail. Right now I just applied the notpolish's blooming gel, and immediately on top of that gel I'm taking this white gel polish by Nail Reserve, as well as my kiarasky medium liner brush, and I'm going to be creating my croc print over the entire nail. Now the key to this is having a nice opaque white gel that is of a medium viscosity, so that way it sits right in the middle. It's not too thick but it's not too thin, allowing it to bloom nicely but still maintain that rich white color. Another key point when doing this type of nail art, you need to make sure that your blooming gel is not too thin, because if it's too thin and runny, it is definitely going to speed up the process of that white blooming even before you could complete this design, and you don't want that. I do highly recommend the notpolish's blooming gel, because for me the viscosity is on point. And if you've ever used this blooming gel, I would love to hear your thoughts and your feedback on it in the comment section. Okay, the rest of the nails are just going to be French tips using the XL liner brush by kiarasky, as well as their blank slate gel paint pot. But I have a confession to make to you guys. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know this, but I think I am officially obsessed with drawing French tips. Now, don't get me wrong, I have a love-hate relationship for them, but they hold a place in my heart, and I just find myself doing French tips over and over because I love it. With my _Notpolish's gem gel, I'm going to apply just a dollop of this to the center of the French, sort of mapping out how long the actual nail art is going to be. And then I'm just going to go ahead and press that mermaid charm into that gem gel, taking my cleaner brush and just smoothing out any of that gel around my charms so that it lies nice and flat and the gel around it is even. Once I'm happy with the positioning of my mermaid, I'm going to go ahead and flash cure this. And now I'm going in with the Notpolish's stain resistant top coat, and I'm going to be applying this to the entire nail. And yes, I'm going over that gold charm because sometimes these metal charms tend to turn, so you want to prolong the longevity of that charm as long as possible by protecting it with some top coat. On her ring finger and her index finger, we are going to be doing the 3D textured effect Croc print nail art design with Blank Slate by kiarasky, as well as my dotting tool. I'm going to use this on top of the French to give me that 3D sort of effect. And as you guys can see, one thing about this gel, she is not going up place. I absolutely love this. This is my go-to OG white gel paint, not only for my French tips, but also any 3D nail art designs that I have to do on top of the nails. I'm not going to cure this right on top of that wet gel. I'm going to be applying my white acrylic powder. This is by kiarasky. Tap off the excess and then I'm just going to pop it into the light, and I do cure it for a full 60 seconds.
It feels kind of funny. Don't want this to go away. Hey, no. Looking up and down around your body like you want.
When it comes out of the light, I go in with my dust brush and I just go ahead and remove all the excess. My final step is just to apply my cuticle oil. This is the rose scented cuticle oil by kiarasky. It smells absolutely amazing, and I love the fact that it just completely absorbs into the skin and it doesn't leave the hands too oily, especially when it's time to take pictures and videos. And this is what the final set looks like. Oh my gosh guys, I am obsessed with this freaking set. I love how this set turned out, and I'm so happy that we decided to do the mermaid on the middle finger instead of that gold rose. And go ahead and tell me what you guys think about this set. How did I do with this recreation? I love hearing your feedback. I love chatting with you guys in the comment section, and I do respond to every single one of your comments. And also don't forget to turn your notifications on so that way you don't miss out whenever I post a new video. As always, stay glamorous, and I'll see you in the next one.
Loving the things that you do. Come get enough times that you make me come through. It's really too good to be true.